this demo, we're showing how to run a competitive VR game in 2 locations, both in the Netherlands and Belgium, using the 5G network from Telenet and Vodafone. And we connect the computing power in the cloud to the rendering of graphics of VR. And then on top, we send all the data to the team in UK for the esports production, which means adding the commentating and data analysis on top. And then finally, we send it to the audience in the esports-like experience, which also through a VR platform.
He's getting quick kills onto Enrique. Enrique's going to have spawn protection now, so we'll see if we can use it. No effect there. Dead straight away.
As far as I know, this is the first time we do something like this in the world.
In the setup that we now used, we had 2 locations just to make the test as challenging as possible. 2 locations with distances of over 200 kilometers in between them, where in each location 5 people were connected to the 5G. The component that makes it impossible to do over 5G is the fact of reducing the backpack usage. So in normal experiences that we offer, people carry a heavy 5 kilograms backpack, which is basically a supercomputer that they carry each on their back, which allows for the most part of the game computing, where the consolidation of the images, so that I can see you and you can see me, can happen in a central server. Now what we did here is shift the entire computing power, including all the backpacks of the people, which is needed to do like an esports-like competition, because you don't want people to carry all those backpacks with them across the entire gameplay. And that is impossible to do without the 5G. What would happen if we would not achieve, for example, the 50 millisecond latency or get below it? People would get the images too late and would start bumping into each other. Firstly. Secondly, if the computing power would not be optimized, the images they would get through would be foggy or would be at least reduced in quality, hence really not allowing them to really experience the high premium quality gameplay and aesthetics that we as the park offer to our customers.
So our initial idea is to remove the physical limitation of backpacks and cables with a 5G technology. And then as we start to build this idea, more and more people joined us, and thanks to them, we built a fantastic proof of concept. Yeah, first we successfully remove the physical limitation for the player in the venue, so they don't need to be bothered with the backpack and cables. And secondly, we are going to connect people from anywhere, so you don't need to physically come together. You can be in your garden, at your home, in your living room, or in another venue. As long as you have 5G connectivity that can connect you in the rendering power in the cloud, you can join the game. The first challenge is on the 5G network itself. We are really exploring the limit of 5G technology. So we are challenging it with very low latency and very high bandwidth. Not only from the computing power in the cloud towards the player's VR goggle, and also to ensure the 2 teams in 2 locations have a fair play with low latency. And on top, with production on esports style in the UK team and broadcast to everyone. And that is also require a lot of capacity to wherever the viewer is.
The local edge cloud is actually the processing power, the intelligence of the Nanoclash game. The cloud computing service was processing that power for the VR headset and allowing the users to see where they were, to receive the stats, among other features.
Yeah, first we know how we need to manage the 5G network to make it successful. We know the limits and we know how to make it stronger. And then also we know how to manage different 5G network altogether. So we have UK team, we have Belgium, we have Netherlands, and everything is 5G connected within the own country. And between the countries, we're also using secure channels to ensure the quality.
It means a lot for us on 2 levels. Firstly, there's on a customer-centric level. people won't have to carry a backpack anymore in the future. So on the level of comfort, that's great, firstly. And secondly, for us as a company, we will be able to move beyond our venues. We won't have the struggle of operating with backpacks anymore, which is expensive to start with, which is difficult to maintain, and which will now allow us also to really go to locations maybe of companies and set up experience and to bring them to the houses, even bring them maybe to the peoples at home, and really expand beyond the current four walls of a typical LBVR industry.
So by combining the 5G network, cloud computing, esports production, and then a VR platform towards the viewer as esports, we remove so many bottlenecks not only for the location-based VRs, but also open a lot of possibilities to make VR into the esports scenario, especially when now esports events is very difficult due to COVID. And that's also opened a lot of doors to let people play VR in different scenarios. So go beyond the location-based.
You definitely want to be active in different verticals. We see a lot of possibilities in VR entertainment, logistics, healthcare as well. And currently we're learning how to manage the network and deal with different requirements from different types of customers.